Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are resurrecting a 1974 Chevy Corvette 454 big block 4-speed. Sheesh! Let's get into today's video. A couple months ago, we had a customer bring us a car, right? And that's like a very typical story. So picture this. Car gets here, car had some damage to it, but the car did not run. So it sat in our front yard for about 3 months. After a good amount of time, we asked this guy, hey, what's going on with your car, brother? Are you gonna get it fixed or what? Ended up, he spent all the money that the insurance gave him and didn't want the car anymore. So he kind of left it in our possession. So we had a decision to make. Do we sell it as is or do we resurrect this ride? Of course we had to resurrect this thing, and it is a beautiful car at that. It is a 1974 Chevy Corvette big block 4-speed car. Now I don't know about you guys, but if I'm gonna get a Corvette, I definitely want a big block and I definitely want a manual, and that's exactly what this thing is. So what we did was got this thing to run, took it back to old man Sam back there, got this thing running. Him and Saul went over the whole car and just got it to the point where it runs, right? It's still gonna need a lot of love. It's from 1974, so I'm from 1990 and I'm already breaking down. So I could only imagine being from 1974 and this thing hasn't run since 2004. So imagine that. Next, we pressure washed it, got a car wash. I literally degreased the dog shit out of this thing, pressure washed it everywhere, inside and out. And now it's here and it's running. Let's take you behind the scenes of this test drive.
The thing, oh yay. Let's see what else. The wiring underneath the dash, steering column was messed up with somebody shoved the wrong key in it, put a new key in it, and shoved it in there and locked the key in it, so we had to pull it apart. Replaced all the glass fuses, everything works in it. Some vacuum lines off. I had, if you want to look right here, see right there, I'm pointing this to the top of the power steering. I never drove it. Yeah. Everybody else did, right? Yeah. You can't get it off. So you have to pull the alternator and all that off. That's why I was chilling this afternoon going, geez, look at those. It's an aftermarket bracket. Anyway, so I got it all up in that power steering. It shifts, there's oil and everything. Put a new.
So in other words, it's ready to go. It's ready to go burn some tires, is what you're telling me.
Ready to do fucking some donuts.
All right, let's go. Let's send it. Sam, since Sam is scared, you know, he's scared over here.
Well, yeah, you won't have to do 5 years if I can get stopped.
Yeah, never mind. We don't want to get anybody in trouble over here. But we're gonna have to go down to Tijuana, Mexico. Oh, turned over on the first one, Sam?
Yeah.
It turned over on the first one, huh? See if this thing can handle the streets of Tijuana, Mexico. That 454 big block is, dude, I don't think I've ever drove this in a big block car. Yeah? Yeah, it's on the run. This thing drives like a dream, right? So the next thing up is bodywork. We got to get this thing bodywork. Got a new hood, which I'll show you. Got it in the office. Got front and rear bumper, more of a slim style front bumper, and a brand new rear bumper. Yeah, this thing's really, that's the one thing I do like about Corvettes, is that there's not a whole lot to them, especially the older ones. Now the real question that I'm gonna need you guys' help with is, what color do we paint it? Do we leave it this kind of bronzish brown? Do we do like something crazy like a candy apple red? Do we do a British racing green? Probably not, definitely not. But like what should we do? What should we do with the interior? the wheel setup, the engine setup. This thing actually runs really good, but definitely needs to get cleaned up. These are just some questions that we have for you guys, the viewers, because that's what we like to do. We like to build things and, you know, have you guys come along for the ride. So let me show you what we got in the office for this thing, because the build's gonna go into a whole nother gear real soon, because now this thing's a runner. So here we have actual like ram air hood, brand new fiberglass, and over here, somewhere over here, we have a front bumper for this thing. Now this is a little bit different than the big bulky bumper I used to have. It's a lot thinner, more low profile bumper. I think it's gonna look really good. And other than that, it's just gonna need some sanding, some blocking, some primer, and get this thing ready for paint. Not bad. So keep you know, keep it in the mind. We got that hood with the earlier model style bumper. Now usually some of these, this bumper was a lot more bigger with like big bumper guards, and you know, kind of like once you start to get to mid to late 70s, the car's starting to get a little bit ugly,
a little bit funky.
Yeah. Got an earlier style bumper, but with no chrome. It's gonna be a lot cleaner. And then with the cow hood and just a new rear bumper, because it was missing the bumper. So now that the thing is running, we're gonna start doing all the body work, get it all primed up, and then we really gotta leave it up to you guys to give us something as far as color goes. Because once we get into primer, motor's gonna come out. We're gonna make it look all the part. You know, probably paint it. Get on you know, valve covers, water pumps, stuff like that. Make it look real nice. And then I feel like the only thing that we really got to do is we got to lower this thing. So whether that be bags or maybe coilovers, because I saw that Alden American has a coilover
kit, yeah.
Coilover kit.
Yeah, this thing needs to be lowered. Like that's what's gonna set it off, you know.
Yeah.
Some dope wheels, you know.
Yeah. The wheels, there's so many options. You can do like the kind of like iconic like torque thrust with like a deep dish. Those always look good. Or they make like the steely, they use all the factory like hubcaps with the like deep dish. Yeah. Those look good too. But I think the color is what's really gonna make it. So do we keep this UPS doo-doo brown or do we like switch it up, you know, maybe like a candy apple red, something like that might look pretty sick, you know.
Especially with all the body lines and how everything's so smooth, like I think that'd be like a cool color.
Yeah, so there's a lot of stuff that we can do, but we finally, I mean, this thing is running. You guys saw me burning tires with this thing, and you know, it's a driver now. It can move. Fresh gas tank, starter, battery, all that.
That goes to show you guys, like, this thing sat since what, 96?
This thing hasn't been moved in 20 years, 2004 I think.
And it's still like warmed it up, got it running, and still could do a burnout. Like, you know what I mean? Like some of these new cars, they'll sit like that and they're done, you know, but it's that old American muscle, you know, that keeps it going. So
yeah, so drop comments, guys. Let us know what you guys think. We need colors, we need interior, we need mods, wheels. We need your suggestions, and if you guys know somebody that had one, or maybe you had one, just let us know, man. We want to be involved with everybody watching the channel. So let's see if we're able to resurrect this thing and get her back on the road. All right, guys, thank you guys so much for tuning into today's video. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that like and subscribe and notification button. And also, really want to see the SOS fam here in the comment section. Again, guys, we need to know color, wheels. Should we bag this thing? Should we just put coilovers on it? And any other modifications you guys want to see to this thing. So again, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Go ahead and give us a follow on IG. I'm gonna go ahead and drop our links right here for the shop, for me and my brother. And if you guys have any questions, don't feel scared to reach out. Here at SOS Customs, we got you covered. Peace.